The Northwest Justice Project's mission is combating injustice, strengthening communities, and protecting human dignity. And we do that through high-quality legal assistance and representation that promotes the long-term well-being of individuals, families, and communities.
I'm just an ordinary person on Social Security. I live month to month as best I can. I have a roommate to help me because I can't manage the rent alone.
Terry's situation is really not very unique, unfortunately. We are seeing landlords really coming down on low-income tenants, especially as the cost of housing in King County and statewide is increasing. And of course, the impact to these clients if they lose their housing is significant.
In civil cases, in cases where you have a dispute with a landlord, with a used car salesman, with a victim of domestic violence, there's no right to an attorney.
I didn't know where else to turn. I didn't have any funds, to pay the exorbitant prices that my landlord was trying to charge me. And I didn't have any relatives I could fall back on. I had to depend upon me. The landlord that I have was giving me late fees from anywhere from $75 to $300, on top of the rent and the water, sewer, and garbage. So, and by the time the year was up, he had me owing like $16,000. And I went, ain't no way, I don't care. I live off Social Security, You're gonna play heck at getting it for me. I don't have it.
A low-income person without a lawyer is going to have a very, very tough climb to try to protect themselves, assert their rights, have a fair outcome.
I was scared. I was waiting every day for the sheriff's office to show up to evict me. That's why I figured I would go,
We have 19 regional offices around the state, some in very remote rural locations, because we want to be present and accessible to communities with very few resources. We're very fortunate that the state legislature's support has allowed us to have around 150 lawyers around the state to address the civil legal needs of low-income people. There's well over 1 million people that are eligible for our services. And we know, and studies have shown, that 70% of them are going to face a serious civil legal problem in a given year.
Many of these clients face challenges in their housing when they are targeted by their landlord, or their landlord is charging fees that shouldn't be charged, or trying to evict them for a reason that has no basis in law. And even just by writing a letter to the landlord outlining the client's rights and requesting that they don't take the proposed action can make a significant difference for that client, and is commonly the kind of action that we would take in this type of case to stabilize someone's housing.
Northwest Justice also sent me a letter that they had sent to my landlord. And it was the one that turned everything around for me. That landlord was having a change of heart and decided to not charge me all those fees. And he wiped it all off, all the fees off, calculated in what I had paid through that time period to him. And by the time he got through, I had a credit of $401.
A critically important part of our work is identifying and looking for cases that may be a small case for someone, but that provide an opportunity for us to challenge or put an end to an abusive practice that we know is affecting many, many clients that we can't serve.
I would have told you in the beginning of seeing them, I had little hope that I was going to make it through. And in the end, it was all worth it. I finally felt that somebody finally listened to me, that it wasn't all my imagination, you know, and that as a senior citizen, I got help.
So much of our work helps stabilize the lives of low-income people in Washington, people who are the most vulnerable. And by stabilizing their lives, whether it's by maintaining their housing, maintaining their public benefits, maintaining their family structure, maybe maintaining their employment or their driver's license, that is actually has a larger impact for the whole community, because now this person isn't homeless, hasn't lost their job, hasn't lost their public benefits.
They saved my house. Northwest Justice saved my house. Saved me from having to leave it. Because if I had had to leave it, I would have been homeless. And I knew that. And I didn't want that.
We provide hope and opportunity. That benefits the family, it changes their lives, it benefits their neighbors, and truly it benefits all of us.